Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have another awesome tarot reading we do. And of course we have our oracle spread here first for the introduction, I should say. Yeah, hope you guys are well. And before we begin, if you want your own psychic reading, yes, they are available. They are accurate. I'm a Silva grad. You can get one of those and you can get a tarot reading with it. Those are the most fun. Yes, they are. And yeah, the link is below. And if you would, you can always also get, you can get them separate, but they are, just one or the other. But they are a lot of fun and very insightful. You get different insight from each. So yeah, let's get into it. And if you want your own free 5-minute psychic reading with Mystic Sense, click on that. That link is below, and you can check that out over there. That is entirely about them. Let's get into it, you guys. And yes, Sagittarius, and we're definitely in Libra season, right? Which is really about partnerships. It is, and interesting how we come out of Virgo season, and Virgo season is the time of improvement because Virgos are typically perfectionists. So if you need to hire somebody, and I'm saying that in a good way, if you need to hire somebody, they're Virgo, you're like, oh, great, because they're all about the details. They are. So yeah, how do we get into that? All right, so we're in Libra season, and I am having another membership, and it is basically to get a preview on the Destiny reads I will be doing. Yes, so I will be posting in the membership, and I will be posting just the major card, the soul card for each birthday, right? And so we're not going to have all the birthdays of the year right away. No, we're going to build up. But hey, that way you can get an idea. So let's get into it here because those are awesome. The Destiny reads. So let's see what we have, and we're going to have them for the remainder of this year, your birthday year, and then we have another one for next year, uh, for the years to come. But let's get into this here because we see the Four of Arrows, Sagittarius, and these two people are sleeping together, and maybe you're sleeping with somebody, right? And yeah, and so here's, they're right by the ocean too. The thing I love about this, it looks very, very romantic. And this is way back in the day. Yeah, it is. And we have it with Ivan and Odette. Maybe somebody's name is Ivan or Odette, but we're going to look at that in a minute, which is the moon. It's called Illusion. Yeah, and so somebody here, let's have a look at these cards because the illusion card, there could have been maybe a little bit of fear here, possibly in the past, because we have the Night of the Soul. So somebody went through the Night of the Soul, and I think we've all gone through it. But and it can sometimes be, God, this is the worst time of my life, right? But it opens the gateway to learning and opportunities, to newness and new cycles and a new way of looking at life. And it's a new outlook. Basically, I got a new attitude, right? And that's what that's about. And let's look at the Four of Arrows first, right? Yeah, let's see what we have here. And yeah, that Night of the Soul is no fun while you're going through it. This could be your person's energy, Sagittarius, because this is a love reading. I feel like it definitely is. Let's look at the where is the Four of, they call this the arrows, yeah. And these are arrows with hearts on them because this is the lover's path deck. And the Four of Arrows is healing, like it is in the tarot, and introspection. It is. This is a tarot deck, but it's a lover's deck. And this is isolation. Although these people, they are together, they are isolated. And that's what I was saying. This looks really romantic. Like nobody knows they're there. Yeah, don't come over because we don't want you to come over. And this is need time to heal or rest, peace after emotional disappointment. And this is detachment from the everyday world to regain balance. Okay, so maybe you're doing this, but whoever, this Night of the Soul, maybe somebody's tucked away by themselves here to deal with the Night of the Soul. Yeah, and this card, the Night of the Soul, talks about somebody who somebody who kind of didn't know why they were unhappy. So he goes to the Sufi. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He goes to him and he says, "Master, why am I so unhappy?" And and he said, "Well, you are so enlightened and so happy and so content." And so he starts to he goes, "Well, go in the water with me," and he starts to drown him. And he after he tries to drown him, the man's fighting to get up, and when he comes up, he realizes what the deal is. It was really his perspective. So that's it. It was really his outlook on life. And when the man was drowning, sort of, when he was trying to drown him, uh, he realized, right, that basically he's looking at life. It's really how you look at life. Yeah, it really is. And the little bell went off for somebody here. It did, Sagittarius. Maybe it's an alarm clock bell, because here's TikTok. And this came up the other day. Time's running out. Somebody's coming forward, I believe. Now, if they are not coming forward, uh, you're going to manifest something nice here. I feel like you are. We have the yin and the yang here. And we know this is the masculine and the feminine energy. And they do work together. This is why it's important for the man to have the feminine and the woman to have the masculine, right? It is definitely important. Importante, right? Yeah, it is. And so let's see what we have with this moon, which is called the illusion. Yeah, and let's see what it says here about illusion. Where is that card? Okay, let's see what it says here. Because these are a little different, right? And these are based on the story of Odette and Ivan. Yeah, or some people like to say Ivan, right? Depending. Let's have a look at this. And this is 18, I believe. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and this is fantasies, intuition, emotion, and enchantment. Okay, well, that's really kind of what the moon. That's really what the moon is about. It's about many things, right? Cycles, closing, and things like that. I feel like somebody's probably dreaming, because the Four of Arrows, when we say introspection, we always see somebody sleeping or praying, or or in the church, and and praying. But it's always this basic laying down, and your eyes are closed. So we can say it's meditation as well, for sure. Princess Odette, heroine of the popular ballet Swan Lake, was cursed by a sorcerer to remain a swan forever, except at night. So here's Odette turning into a woman here, and you can see all her feathers here that were kind of left over from the swan. And here's the black. I don't know if this is a black swan here, maybe, but I think it is. And she's there, and she's turning into a woman because it is night. The only way her enchantment, right? This is enchantment, but it is, evil, cursed enchantment could be broken was by a vow of eternal love. However, if this vow were broken, even by chance, she would die. When Prince Ivan met her, he promised to love her and to return to claim her as his bride. But the sorcerer tricked Ivan, and he soon heard a heart-rending cry in the distance. Heart-rending, not heart-trending. Heart-rending. This is really tiny font. And he soon heard a heart-rending cry in the distance, the cry of a dying swan. Ivan ran to rescue Odette, but it was too late. Okay, so the vow was broken here, and so Odette died. Yeah. hmm Yeah, because the sorcerer had tricked Ivan. hmm Enchanted by love for better or for worse. Wow, this is a deep card, Sagittarius. Somebody wants to marry you here. This is like, I need this love. It's like a life or death. I can't live without you. That's what this is, right? It's deeper than I can't quit you, right? Yeah. See what else it says. Confused by illusions that may or may not be real. Intense emotions, the need to know what's real. Yeah. I feel like somebody here is really in love with you, Sagittarius. This may be your energy because it's a general reading. Definitely could be. Here's the yin and the yang with it. And tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And, this means that the clock is ticking. And there are hands here, and above the clock, of course, is not of course, but is the hot air balloon taking the clock up into the sky. And it's out of his hands. He can't help it. It's rising up. I feel like somebody here is something's happening to you. You have definitely a new chapter in your life here, and it's really kind of out of somebody's hands here. It's like there's some type of, just like with Ivan and Odette, they were at the mercy of the sorcerer, right? Yeah, it is, which is Source Energy, right? Is the owner of Source Energy. Mm-hmm. I'm sure a lot of you guys have realized that. I never really realized that one, at least when I was younger. So of course, that's what it means. But they were both at the mercy of the sorcerer. So when we see this, somebody is at the mercy of your love, or you are at the mercy of their love. Yeah, this is a trip here, and yeah, I can feel the intense emotions with this, right? And here, the Night of the Souls after TikTok. We have participation and aloneness. Now, participation, I believe, is very much like the Four of Wands, but this is a unique deck here, but it is about participating, partaking, right, and getting in and rolling up your sleeves and really doing a good job, or wanting to be involved. Somebody here wants to definitely participate. It's kind of like the Eight of Pentacles, right? Kind of like a devotion card. We have aloneness, and that is, I believe this is the Hermit. And here he is. But, aloneness is not the same as lonely. No, it's not, right? No. That's the problem with learning other languages and stuff, because the nuances between certain words can really throw you off. And no, I am not learning English. But yeah, but I'm just saying, because I studied Spanish, and sometimes, in any language, I'm sure, but aloneness, he's looking out here at the moon, and so he's, he may be alone here, but somebody wants to come and be with you here, and time's running out. This person wants to create with you with the yin and the yang, and I feel like this person has gone through some type of an awakening with the Night of the Soul. Yeah, it could have been the kind of awakening that kicks their ass, Sagittarius. Yeah, so we're going to see their cards. We are, and let's see what we have, the beginning of their cards for the extended. Let's start this tarot reading, Sagittarius. I don't know, I'm in a kind of a slow mood here. I am. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Hangman to start the reading. Yeah, this is already a big reading, I can totally tell. And the Seven of Wands, but in this one, he has taken full control. He's not, falling off the, losing his footing and looking overwhelmed. He has it all together here. But I feel like with the Seven of Wands, he was challenged by, he had some type of challenges, right? Here's the raven or the crow with him, which is talking about spiritual knowledge and intelligence. And that's what the Night of the Soul, they depict the guy like, kind of like a big dummy, the guy who went through the Night of the Soul, because he's talking to the master, the ascended master. And, and basically, when he pushes him in the water, and then he's able to get up, right? Kind of lets him up. It's almost like he's saying to him, you knew this, but you wanted to look at life in a particular way. You wanted to be where you were. Because often when we go through the Night of the Soul, we go, well, I kind of knew that, but I either didn't believe in my own spirituality, I didn't believe my intuition, just things like that, right? I wanted to remain stubborn. For some people, it's scary to raise their consciousness. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And so let's see what we have. The Ten of Swords is here, the Nine, the Three of Wands, and she's letting the bird go here. So whoever this is, you or your person already decided with wisdom. That really looks like an owl. It does, but it may not be. But I don't know. It's hard to say. But it doesn't matter. Here's the beautiful African warrior here. Yeah, this beautiful woman, and they have her depicted as a warrior. And here are these other birds, and this bird's bringing something here, but she's letting the bird go, holding her wand. But as she lets the bird go, she knows, I'm going to do this. I'm going to fly away, or I'm going to have a new beginning. Remember, the Three of Wands is always about the future. That's really what it is. It's looking toward the future. And yeah, she's not waiting for her ships. No, she let this bird go. And so that's what's going on in this reading. And somebody wants to come participate with you. Yeah, they want to sleep by the ocean with you, Sagittarius. It is definitely possible. I find this to be so beautiful. Yeah, I mean, because, living over here, living in the suburbs, right? Yeah, I want to go to the ocean, and the air quality's bad, at least up at the river, and that's par for the course. Yeah, and we won't discuss that here. No, we won't. Wheel of Fortune, Hanged Man over here, Sagittarius, in the heart of the matter. And, here is the monkey, and, he's up to no good, right? He is. But he's not, this isn't about anybody pulling tricks or anything like that. It's about he's going to spin the wheel, but it's more of a playful, I'm going to take a chance on fate and destiny. That's what he's doing there. And here are these other animals with him. I don't know what animal this is. It's some type of Egyptian animal here, Egyptian ancient dog, or I'm not sure, but it's interesting. And here we have the snake, which always depicts a new beginning. Right, it does. And so, and the elements are here. He's going to spin the wheel. But since he's blindfolded, he has no idea. Yeah, well, like what's going to happen? What's going to take place, right? Here's a hangman, and she's really trapped here. Yeah, she is. And she's hung up here, way up in this tree. She may not get down alone. No, well, maybe, because here's some, maybe she can. But the hangman is here, and there is a sacrifice in this reading because we see the Night of the Soul. Somebody sacrificed something. Really interesting because, sacrifice talks about typically leaving something behind in order to move forward. Yeah, it does. That is right. It could be leaving sadness behind, could be leaving anything behind, but it is about moving forward for the best. And so there's some type of sacrifice here for fate and destiny right in the heart of the matter. Yeah, in the matter of the heart. And this could be the matter of the heart, right? This is a love reading. Yeah, I was looking at my own card, my own destiny card, which is, or my soul card, which is the Three of Hearts. And, no wonder I'm always talking about love, right? Yeah, and so, yeah, I'm like, whoa, that makes a lot of sense, and so did the rest of it, yeah. And so, so let's see what else we have. And we have the Seven of Wands is helping you. This is somebody taking control of their life, and that's what they did after the Night of the Soul. They did, right? Let's see what we have. We have the Page of Wands, and I feel like this person's going to communicate with you here. Here's the three little birdies here, and and he's trying to hear what they're saying because there's communication here with this page. And so, yeah, you could be waiting to hear from somebody, and you could be waiting to hear that, hey, yeah, I've taken care of the details of my life. I handled this and that, whatever this and that may be, right? And now we have, in the past is the beautiful warrior who lets the bird go. Okay, this is for a new beginning. And she's doing that with power. She's like, boom, I'm gonna manifest this. And here's the world card above with it. So this is really beautiful. We know the world card is maturity. It is coming full circle in life. And usually the world card will also require sacrifice because it is the last card in the major arcana, and so it is maturity, it is wishes coming true after a long journey. It can be closing cycles to begin new cycles, and it is definitely learning lessons. It is, because there's always a sacrifice to get to the end. That's the way life is, right? Everybody has some type of sacrifice in their life. I don't care if you were given a silver spoon, as growing up, right? I don't really know anybody who did, but who got the silver spoon. Not really, but the point about it, though, even if this is not a part of your earlier life, at some point in your life there will be a sacrifice because life is definitely a mix of kind of yin and yang. It definitely is. Here's a Nine of Swords down here. She's worried here. And she did this ritual here, and she sits next to the wolf, and the wolf's protecting her, but the sun's in the back, so this is a good, like a good sign, but maybe that's the moon. That's hard to say. I feel like it's the sun on a kind of a little bit overcast here, but that's not important here. What's important here is that she's doing this ritual because she wants something to transpire for her. And it is a great calling or a great expansion, because here sits the wolf with her, and the wolf is always about a great calling. Either that, or or you have been thinking about Goldilocks for too long, Sagittarius, right? Yeah, this is a good wolf. I know about that Goldilocks. I feel like that Goldilocks, that sounds way scary. I remember when I heard that when I was little, I was what? They're teaching this stuff. They're like reading this stuff in school. It's what? And besides, the wolf looked like a man. That was way too scary. They know that stuff, right? I would never read that to little kids. No, I would never do that. So let's see what we have. The Nine of Swords, Sagittarius, is here, and it is, you're focusing on this. You are either worried here about this expansion, or you feel this other person is. And we have the Six of Cups with it. Here's the elderly couple on the bench, and they're hugging here, and they're just like, this is my wife of 40 years. It's really beautiful because we see the support, the love, and the steadfast love. And over here is this young couple, and they're sitting here playing in the sandbox, and they're friends, and they're having a good time. So we see two couples here. This is definitely nostalgia. This may be somebody from your past. It could be. Maybe that's supposed to be their kids. I'm not really sure here. But, these are kind of, well, could be. But the point about it is that somebody wants this really to come true, and they have done some type of a ritual for this relationship to happen. Yeah, this is definitely about the future. And you may be wanting to hear news, because that page he has his hand up. This little cutie page here, he's got the hand up to the birds that are on the tree. Here's the cardinal. I heard they were mean. Here's like a bluebird or a blue jay. Yeah, interesting. And the Ten of Swords is here now. So this is some type of an ending here. As I said, there's an end to a cycle here. But whatever this cycle is ending is good for somebody, because the Knight of the Soul comes in and wakes you up. Yeah, it's like a really hard pinch. Wake up, right? And we have the Ace of Cups with this Ten of Swords. And that's exactly what this World card is saying over here. With the remainder of the reading, there's a cycle ends and a new cycle begins. The Ace of Cups with the Ten of Swords. Somebody woke up, and I'm not sure what they have sacrificed, but they have sacrificed something or left behind. It's the same thing. They left behind either the way they believe. I mean, the Knight of the Soul is definitely a belief. It's about how you, what you make of life, and how you go through life, and how you look at things, right? Definitely. Because of this ascended master, and because of the spiritual knowledge, wisdom, not knowledge, wisdom that man has. He's trying to help the other guy, but he goes, I have to nearly kill him to wake him up. Yeah, and maybe something, nearly killed somebody here, possibly. So we have Odette who died. I feel like, did Ivan die too? I feel like Ivan died too, but hey, because the sorcerer tricked him. Somebody could have been tricked by their own illusions. Because when the Knight of the Soul comes in, there's no more illusions. You're like, oh, I got it now. Yeah. It's like, it's kind of like somebody whipped your butt one day and woke you up. Maybe you were walking around the neighborhood, punking people. I'm sure you guys weren't, but I'm using just an example. Somebody was punking somebody, and one day somebody comes in the neighborhood and kicks their ass, and they're like, well, I'm not going to live the way I used to live anymore, right? It's a definite wake up. Somebody woke up here in a hard way. I feel like they did. And here's the Emperor, and here he sits, and he's this big moose or an elk with a lot of power, and he sits in his power, and here he has, excuse me, you guys, he has the bull here, but maybe they're depicting him a little bit as an earth sign. But it doesn't much matter because he is out, just like the Empress is out in the meadow, right, which is Venus and, fertility and earthly things here. He's outside too, but there's a fire in the back. And the Emperor is somebody who takes control of their life, and if they have to burn something down, they will. And that's what's going on here. Something's been burnt to the ground. Yeah. And it is toast now, and probably not the one you're going to eat, right? Let's get a card on the Emperor for Sagittarius, the lovers. Yeah, you see? So here we have something's been burnt down to have a union. And the Ace of Swords, now we have two aces are next to each other. This is in your environment, Sagittarius. That's a new beginning. Justice is what you are hoping for, and she's definitely has justice. The scales are balanced. This is what you want. The Eight of Cups sits in the outcome. And, somebody's walking away from something here. I've been saying that. There's a sacrifice, 10 of Swords and these other cards. And your person's first card, Sagittarius, for the extended is the Chicken. This person is thinking about the past. This is about lore, folklore, nostalgia, right? Either that or you guys like to eat chicken together. Maybe they were a chicken in the past. Bok, bok, like a scaredy cat. But this person's thinking about the past. Crossing them is the Magician. And this is Archangel Raziel. Yeah, and here he is. And he definitely is performing magic. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. And this is here. And in your reading are two aces. And why it's all happening is clear out the clutter. And your person's sacrificing something here. It could be emotional clutter. It could be. But we're going to end the reading and go to the extended. They're all super affordable. If you guys want to get a psychic reading with a tarot reading or one or the other, you can. They're lots of fun. Yeah, the link is below. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me here. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And most likely you have to look for me, you guys. Yeah, most likely. Thanks so much.